And thanks a lot to Eden. I'm very happy to be here at UST since 1994. And as we know, as you all know now, we are #1 after I arrived, of course. And today I had a bit problem with the organizers because they are very well organized and very well done everything, because I wanted to demonstrate our test with some of the participants, and the organizer said, this is a legal problem. If something goes wrong, you are not the medical doctor. I'm not. And my medical partner, Professor CMU, is now in operation theater in the Prince of Wales. He could not come, so fortunately, Max came to me and asked me to test him for heart attack, and we did. And of course, he has no heart attack now, so it's safe. Max, can I pass? Where is Max? Can I pass it around? It's not infection. No, better not. Okay. No. Just you can have a look later. You can also have a look. We have here some papers, the symptoms of heart attack, and some books here I have made. This is an original book, English book, and this is a mainland Chinese copy in Chinese, Profit book, but this is still a copy. You cannot buy in Hong Kong. It's not allowed. It's illegal. Yeah, we can pass around like this. Now it's safe. Sorry, my ladies. This is Elisa from Netherlands, and this is Mia from Hong Kong. And in the question and answers, you can ask also questions to them. So I can also answer some of the questions. For example, why I'm, after saving my life, still limping. This is a different story. I will not tell because my time is running. So here you see my motto: avoid boring people. This is one of the reasons I'm here, because you are exciting people, of course. I don't want to bore you. So next slide. Next. So just to remind you, and you can also pick up the paper later, what is symptoms of a heart attack? First of all, you don't feel well, of course. You have maybe some vomiting, some sweat anxiety, and it starts with a chest pain. You have a chest pain, and the chest pain will not go away. And the chest pain moves over to your heart and to the left arm, and your left arm gets numb. Ladies sometimes have also just a bad stomach feeling, and so this is a high time to call the ambulance and to go for treatment and for help. Next slide. And I just want to demonstrate in my own example this Chinese wisdom. I hope it's correct. Crisis is danger and opportunity. It was dangerous for my life, but it was an opportunity to test in real time our test. And next. So it all started in 2008, just to tell you the story. One night, and from the Saturday to Sunday, very typical. Actually, you are relaxed, and you see later in the movie we did, and you can also take a copy outside of the DVD about our university 20th anniversary. It was one night from Saturday to Sunday, around 2 o'clock. I got, for some reason, hungry, went to my refrigerator, you will later see in the movie, and there was nothing, and the professor's refrigerator is not so full for some reason, and I took, this is in the morning, can we switch this off, maybe? The light a little bit, dim, because it's beautiful. I mean, this is Clearwater Bay, Tsingtoi one, and it was almost 2 o'clock in the night, and I was eating, and this is really stupid, some fat American cheese. I don't want to say the brand because, tell the brand, because maybe I get sued by Philadelphia, whatever. And I was eating it totally on an empty stomach, which is really crazy. I mean, cholesterol, fat, everything is in. And 5 minutes later, I got suddenly chest pain. Chest pain did not go away. Chest pain moved to my heart and moved to my left arm. I said, wow, this sounds like I'm teaching my students a heart attack, okay? And fortunately, I had my test at home. And you see here, I see here my friend and partner, Dr. Connolly, who is a producer of this test now in China. And we developed it, I will tell later, for long years. And I thought, wow, this is the first time we can really do it in real-time testing. Because normally you get it always too late. People have a heart attack and you test it later. Now we saw it, this is UST in the very early morning. Very beautiful, next. And here are some results you can see later in the, oh, sorry. Oops, high tech. Okay, now we can show you the movie. You can relax, and I think it's in Cantonese with English
It
subtitles.
can help.
Okay.
哇，你判断错误了就没有用。
No, this is my colleague. This is RTHK, and also you can see it on YouTube now.
研究或者基礎研究咧，其實佢哋係好
黃龍話
我相信。咁我係好欣賞嘅，但我自己喜歡或者興趣裏邊，其實我都好喜歡喺科學應用方面咯。咁我覺得能夠帶俾社會或者係大眾咧係更加多嘅一啲好處或者一啲益處，咁多啲貢獻。
Just comment, this is our lab, of course, and my students, very dedicated students. I have almost 15, 14 students. Most of them are from Hong Kong, some are from China, from Germany now. Can you take away the error?
Both started as undergraduates in HKUST. After doctoral graduation, they chose to stay in Professor Renneberg's lab in the Department of Chemistry to work on the development of a quick test for heart attack. It can help patients having a heart attack to be diagnosed more quickly and accurately. Professor Renneberg dedicates himself in this research due to his own personal experience.
We are looking for tests for health in general, for environment. We want to test virus, bacteria, heart attack, strokes, and using biotechnology and nanotechnology in a combination. But in my life, my own father, my dad, passed away from a heart attack because he did not go in time to the hospital. So I was really motivated to do it.
But Professor Renneberg never thought that the research inspired by his father would eventually save his own life.
Well, scientist is a very lucky event if he can try out his own discovery. Now you see the story. On Saturday to Sunday night at 2 o'clock, I suddenly was waking up and was hungry. Don't show the brand. I found some Philadelphia cheese, very fat cheese. Sorry. I was eating half of the cheese. But suddenly, 10 minutes after eating this, I felt, oh, there's some chest pain coming out. Suddenly, it went from my heart to the left arm, and my left arm started to get numb. And so I said, oh, wow, this is looks like a heart attack. Interesting. Let's try it.
When a blockage occurs in a coronary
Now we see
artery, the damaged
chemistry
cardiac muscle
and
cells release various
biotech.
proteins. One of them, named HFABP, is in a small molecular size and can be released into the bloodstream more quickly than other proteins. The principle of this rapid test employed the antibody that can identify HFABP and its conjugate with nano gold particles, which are red in color.
Sorry.
When blood serum flows through the test paper,
Pass
the
around the
HFABP
antibody now.
will be grabbed.
You have to touch.
When
It's not
enough
dangerous,
droplets
it's just a
are
model.
trapped on the test
1
paper,
million times
a red
enlarged.
line will be formed. Thus,
Pass it around.
myocardial infarction can be diagnosed within 5 to 15 minutes.
The 2 lines means there's a heart attack. 5 minutes later, I saw 2 lines, red lines. I said, wow, heart attack. I was really excited, I'm sorry to say. This is the fastest test in the world. In Hong Kong. I said, oh Jesus Christ, this is really bad. I mean, I'm in danger, you know, I have to rush.
This rapid test helped Professor Renneberg to receive an appropriate treatment more quickly. To testify the research...
Actually, I arrived at around 3 o'clock in the night and there was nobody, except one student. And also the hotline, you know the hotline, right? I mean, to call 999. It was busy for 10 minutes. This is my friend and colleague, Professor Chuck Manu. Just prick a finger, it's not so painful, don't worry. We did with Max Smart today, he did not show any signal of pain.
快速嘅測試嘅話咧，喺臨床上咧對醫生嗰個診斷同埋提早嘅治療咧，就有一個好好嘅指標嘅作用。
I believe this is going back. Now I have to bore you a little bit with the details. How does it work? I mean, you see the antibody is grabbing something. Oh, so many. Okay. So I saved my own life because they gave me the right treatment. And Oh, no problem. Okay, more. Okay, so, and after this we have, of course, a producer now. This is, you will see later in Shenzhen. And this is a test now approved by SFDA. And next. And normally, medical doctor have to go look for the symptoms like chest pain and also this numb arm, and also some electrocardiogram. So, and these three things have to be together to be clear and ensure that it's a heart attack. Symptoms, ECG, and the test. And we can speed up the test now. We do it in a few minutes. Next. Okay, here you can see just a scheme of the heart attack, and you can see the artery is blocked by some fat and some lipids, and the heart doesn't get enough blood and oxygen, and some of the proteins released here, if the heart cells are dying, are coming out into the bloodstream. We can measure. And you can see here already, until now we have been measuring, medical doctors, very clumsy big molecules, and we are measuring a very small guy. This comes out immediately almost, and that's why it can be detected in a short time. Next. And this is one of the co-inventors, Professor Jan Glatz in Maastricht in Netherlands. Next. And push one. And you just see here, this FABP is the smallest protein coming out of the heart cells. That's why it's so quick. Okay. Okay. And after this, we started some experiments with Prince of Wales hospitals. You see here a unit with heart attack people. And in the next slide, can you go back? Very interesting side effect. I still see my hair at this time was still brown. After 20 years in Hong Kong, now it's gray. And I will not paint it, okay? Don't worry. Okay, next. And this is an interesting curve, how people in Hong Kong come into the hospital for treatment. And you can see Hong Kongers are really quick. And also the city is small and we are very well equipped with ambulances. So you see here in the first 2 hours people are in. And the problem is, the tests now on the market are very slow. They need at least 1 or 2 hours. And so you come in and the test will not show a result. Our test is showing some results in 5 to 10 or 15 minutes. And so we can indicate it. It's just a real numbers here. So a good idea will be to put our test on ambulances in Hong Kong. So if the medical doctor or somebody is picking you up to the hospital, you can on the way to the hospital already make the test. Next slide. Here's one of the principles. These antibodies you have seen here are labeled with some gold, nano gold, so we can make them visible. I have no time to explain. It's just nanotechnology. We can make the binding of this stuff, this fatty acid binding protein, I didn't mention it, this protein, we can make it visible on a test. Next slide. Okay, and now you can see our results we had with Prince of Wales. This means how we can detect something from the heart. And this is our protein, FABP. And you can see it jumps out immediately, it comes to a peak and goes down. So it's very quick. And the commercial and the conventional tests now are almost 1.5 hours later only. So they are slow. And that's why we are showing next. Here is a life-saving time window. You have to be, the red one is ours, the others are the competitors. And we are really quick. And this is one of the advantages of Hong Kong, we are quick. Compared to Germany, where I'm coming from, they are still slow, good quality, but slow. So we can do this, and the next slide shows you a cartoon, I believe. So we now believe the tests now are, what is it? Snail. And we are like a rocket. The FABP is going so fast, and we can measure it. The problem was, if you have to have such a nice biomarker, you also have to have a nice test, and you have to have somebody to produce the test. And we found it with Dr. Corderly's company. Next slide. So just to summarize, we have this FABP, which is a magic protein, a very small and quick protein in the blood. We can detect, and we can also detect if somebody has a second infarction. we can detect it with our test, and the test is highly sensitive, and we can really save a lot of lives. Next slide. And we started also to produce it in Germany, and you can later have a look here where I have some samples. This is a kind of credit card style with two tests, the cardio detect, you can see, and you can put it in your wallet, and you have something for pricking your fingers, the green stuff, the needle or the lancet. You can do it yourself, so you can carry it if you are under the impression you are at the risk of heart attack. You can take it if you had a heart attack before, and we recommend everybody over 60 should in future have such a test, if possible, of course. Good business. Okay, next. Okay, here is a test produced by KSB, by our partner company in Shenzhen, and you can see it. One line means there's no heart attacks, just the test works pretty well. Here we have to put 3 hanging drops of blood in. And you can see 2 lines, it means a heart attack. This is a control line, it works, and this is a heart attack. And you could see Max test had only 1 line, so it means safe. Next. Okay, and we have to make it sure and to make it clear in the document, we have a reading instrument, we can put it in a reader, and we get some numbers out. We can later demonstrate in the question answer or at all after the lectures. We can demonstrate how this reads with reading instruments, electronic. And this is still produced in Germany, but hopefully we will have some cheaper one and the same reliable instrument in China. Next slide. Okay, and we found as a good idea to combine also this early marker, this FEVP, which gives a rapid test result with the old marker, which was used until now. So we can make a combination, so we can even see from the test when did the heart attack occur. There's an early heart attack, it's a late heart attack. So this is a future product. Coming back, now George is leaving. George is getting up. Good, George. This is George Connolly, Dr. George Connolly. His company, just in right time. Shenzhen Kangsheng Bao Biotech, with a good manufacturing practice, facility building. And I'm not sure how many people you have, George, now. 100? 70, okay. And you see the guys here in the clean room. Next slide. And next time, this is now a little bit political, I have to apologize. This is in Beijing. This is the SFDA, the Sino FDA. And you have to get approval, of course, in Beijing. And George, how long did it take? 2 years?
18 months.
18 months. Just pretty fast. And some of the people here are not here anymore because maybe you know the background of the head of this SFDA was sentenced in China. And we had to start from the very beginning again. This was really bad for us, I mean, because we had it almost through, and they started from the beginning because of this guy was corrupted, so they wanted to have a clear procedure. Okay, next. And finally, this was our dream, of course, to get for the heart type fatty acid binding protein some clearance for China, so we can sell it now. We also sell it and produce it in Berlin and distribute in Europe. Okay, next slide. And we have some advertisement in China for the test. No time to show it all, just to educate people. And this is our main problem now, because everybody knows the golden standard for the cardiologist is the troponins. The troponins are the golden standard, but they are slow. You remember the snail. And ours is a rocket, a missile. But most medical doctors don't know about it, so we need a lot of money for marketing and educating medical doctors. Next slide. Okay, this is another cartoon from my friend Ming Fai Chao from South China Morning Post, and this is Professor CMU here. The name of the nurse I don't remember. And she says, he said he's making some biotech solution to heal himself. So the real background story was, when I arrived in the hospital at maybe 3:30 or something, no medical doctor was around. And I asked the medical student who was sitting there. I said, "Where is your boss?" "Oh, he's at home and sleeping." It was Sunday morning, early morning. Nothing wrong, of course, because there was a specialist, a student there. I said, I have a test here. I have an acute heart attack. I want to have some treatment. Oh, he said, we make some electrocardiogram. I said, no, I didn't follow the rules. I want to have some injection of a TPA. This is a tissue plasminogen activator. It's a substance, an enzyme, which is dissolving the blood clot. And the students started to shiver and said, "We have TPA, but it's in our refrigerator, it's locked, and I have to ask the boss." I said, "Well, your boss is sleeping, so wake him up." "No, I cannot." I said, "So open it." He found a key and opened it and injected me TPA, all against the rules. I'm sorry for this. And the TPA was dissolving the blood clot in my heart. So so my heart got some nutrients and some oxygen again. So he really saved my life because I had the diagnosis in my hand. And next morning his boss came and he was praising me. He said, "Wow, this is really life-saving and it should be everywhere in China and the world should be practiced." And this we are doing now. Next slide. And just not so serious. You see me here? Somebody took a picture when I was in the hospital. And don't take it too serious. I just want to remind you about self-experiments in the medical history. First one upstairs is Mr. Hoffman, who is an inventor of a drug called LSD, psycho, okay? He synthesized it, he's a chemist, and after this he injected himself, and he was eating it, swallowing it, and he went to a bike tour. And he saw a lot of beautiful colors and everything, dreams, nightmares. And so later he got the Nobel Prize for self-experiment. Second one is Werner Forstmann, a German, who put a heart catheter. He put a fiber into his vein and under the heart and investigated his heart. Nobel Prize. So if you ask me, no Nobel Prize, I want to have the short prize. The short prize is so much more. And it's our Hong Kong prize, okay? It's not serious, sorry. Next. Here's my team. It's my team now, and you see it's also very international now. My time is running out. Next. Okay, and a take-home message is for today. First of all, the first message is, and we can discuss in the question and answer, be nice with your heart, and your heart will be nice with you. So treat it well. In my case, just I can tell you a secret, not more than 1 glass of red wine per night. Okay, red wine is good. Vegetables, work out, go every day for sweating and running and something like this. And here you can see a very important guy is Jan Wilmut, who got the Shaw Prize. He's a father, he doesn't like this. The father of Dolly the sheep. He said, wow, to be a father of a sheep. But he's Scottish. And he showed me his prediction. This is now what I want to show you for optimistic way. I'm not sure you can see anything here. Okay, I show you. This is our life expectancy, okay? And what happens now? We are born and the life activity goes up, we are healthy. At the age of 25, my ladies here, oh sorry, this is me, huh? Of 25, we are at the peak, 100% activity and healthy, and after this, sorry, goes down, oh, very bad. And we end up at 80. Hong Kong is in a good shape because we really the longest life here in the region. And the problem is, at this time, we have all kinds of diseases. I mean, we are losing memory, we are in hospital, we have so many things. And Jan Wilmut is doing stem cells, and he's doing biopharmaceuticals, and we do this with all these life-saving tests. And he says now, the new curve, from now on is the following. You're 25, goes ahead, 80, passing 80. After this, slowly we go a little bit down, still healthy, still have a memory, everything, and suddenly, 120. So I said, Jan, can you tell me, give me good advice? I'm now here. What happened to me? I said, he said, very simple, we beam you up, go back, and bye-bye. And this is a good news for, I said, when will it be? I said, well, you have to survive the next 3 to 5 years, and biomedicine will make such a progress, and stem cells and biopharmaceuticals will do this. So we can all here can say we are still only in the middle somehow, and we have a lot of things to do in the future, and I hope we can collaborate. And our university is happy to collaborate with all of you, and thank you very much for coming today. Thank you.